Sometimes the mirror tells a story our hearts aren't ready to hear. Maybe it's the thinning at the crown. Maybe it's the strands left behind on your brush. Or maybe it's that quiet moment when your hair just doesn't feel like yours anymore. For many women over 50, hair loss or weakening doesn't come as a surprise. It comes as a slow, quiet shift, like a fading song we once danced to. Hormonal changes, stress, aging, and years of chemical treatments all take their toll. And yet, even as our bodies change, the desire to feel beautiful, to feel whole, never fades. What if you could give your hair the gentle nourishment it's been quietly longing for? Not through harsh chemicals, not through expensive salon treatments, but through something your body already understands: vitamins. Nature has given us powerful nutrients that support hair from within. When used wisely, they don't just slow down hair loss. They help awaken your roots, strengthen every strand, and bring softness back to your touch. Many women have found that once they begin to restore what the body lacks, their hair begins to respond. Not overnight, not like magic, but slowly, confidently, beautifully. In this video, we're going to explore the top vitamins that experts recommend for women over 50 who want healthier, fuller, stronger hair. You'll learn how each one works, how to take them safely, and how to choose what's right for your unique needs. Because this isn't just about hair. It's about how you feel when the wind catches it just right. It's about the confidence in a simple morning smile. And above all, it's about showing your body the care and kindness it deserves, one small step at a time. Let's begin this journey with the first and perhaps most important vitamin for hair revival. There's a quiet kind of strength that starts deep at the root. And when it comes to restoring your hair, that strength often begins with something called the B vitamins. These aren't just one vitamin, but a family. And like any good family, they work better together. Biotin, B6, B12, niacin, folate. Each one plays a gentle yet essential role in the life of your hair. Let's begin with biotin, also known as vitamin B7. Biotin is like a quiet builder, helping your body produce keratin, the protein that makes up your hair, skin, and nails. When your body lacks biotin, you might notice hair thinning, dryness, or breakage that seems to come out of nowhere. But here's the good news. When you start to replenish your biotin levels, many women report seeing real, visible improvements in just a few weeks. Strands feel stronger. New growth becomes noticeable. And perhaps most importantly, you begin to feel a little more like yourself again. Then there's vitamin B12, the silent energizer. It helps carry oxygen and nutrients to your scalp, supporting the tiny hair follicles that are often overlooked, but absolutely vital. Without enough B12, hair can become weak, dull, and slow to grow. Vitamin B6 and niacin also play important parts. They work behind the scenes to keep your scalp healthy, reduce inflammation, and support the balance of hormones, something that becomes more and more crucial as we age. So where can you find this beautiful family of B vitamins? They're right there in your kitchen, in eggs, leafy greens, whole grains, almonds, salmon, and legumes. But let's be honest, as we get older, digestion slows, absorption weakens, and even a balanced diet may no longer be enough. That's why so many women over 50 turn to B-complex supplements, carefully balanced blends that ensure you're getting just what your body needs, no more, no less. Choose ones made for mature women, preferably with methylated forms of B12 and folate. These are easier for your body to absorb, especially if you have a slower metabolism. It's also important to be patient. These vitamins don't deliver instant miracles, but they do lay the groundwork for healthy, sustainable hair growth. Think of it as planting seeds in a garden you've tended for decades. With time, care, and consistency, those seeds begin to bloom. And sometimes it's not even about vanity. It's about feeling in tune with your body again. Looking in the mirror and seeing not just change, but resilience, recovery, and quiet joy. So if your hair feels thinner, more fragile, or simply less you than it once did, the B vitamins may be the perfect place to begin. But the story doesn't stop here. There's another vitamin, one that works with sunlight and touches the very roots of renewal. Let's explore that next. Some days all your hair needs is a little light, and not just from styling products or a new color, but from the sun itself. Because deep within every strand, there's a silent need for something many women unknowingly lack: vitamin D. This isn't just the sunshine vitamin. It's a quiet messenger that tells your hair follicles it's time to grow. Without it, those messages slow down. Follicles become sluggish. Strands fall out more easily, and new ones struggle to return. Many women over 50 have low levels of vitamin D, especially those who spend less time outdoors or who cover up their skin for health or comfort. And often, hair thinning is one of the first outward signs. You might notice your part widening, your scalp becoming more visible, or hair that grows much more slowly than it once did. But here's what's beautiful. Once vitamin D is restored, the follicles often wake back up. They begin to function more effectively, producing stronger, fuller strands, naturally and gently. Vitamin D also plays another important role. It supports the immune system, calming internal inflammation that can quietly damage your hair's foundation. This is especially helpful for women dealing with autoimmune-related hair loss or age-related sensitivities. So where do we find this radiant helper? The most natural source is sunlight. Just 10 to 20 minutes of soft morning or late afternoon light on your skin can stimulate vitamin D production. No need to tan or overexpose. Just let the light gently touch your face, your arms, or even your legs. But in today's world, sunlight isn't always enough. Cloudy climates, sunscreen, or sensitive skin can limit how much we absorb. That's why many women turn to dietary sources and supplements to fill the gap. Foods like salmon, sardines, egg yolks, and fortified plant milks are rich in vitamin D. But again, absorption can become more difficult with age. A simple blood test from your doctor can reveal whether you're deficient. And if so, supplements are often recommended, typically in the form of D3, which is more effective for most women. Some women even report improvements in their hair within 2 to 3 months of consistent supplementation. Just remember, balance matters. Too much vitamin D can lead to other issues, so always follow professional guidance. The goal isn't to overload your body. It's to gently support what your body already knows how to do: nourish, restore, and renew. So the next time you feel that warm patch of sunlight on your skin, pause for a moment. Let it in. Let it remind you that even as we age, growth is still possible. And as we continue this journey, there's another vitamin waiting in the wings, one that protects, softens, and brings back the natural shine. Let's uncover the power of vitamin E next. Sometimes what your hair needs most isn't something new, it's protection. Protection from the years, from the heat, from the silent stress we carry that shows up in places we don't expect. That's where vitamin E comes in. Gentle, powerful, and quietly essential for hair that wants to shine again. Vitamin E is best known as an antioxidant, which means it fights off the invisible damage caused by daily life, pollution, styling tools, even emotional stress. It protects your cells, especially the delicate ones around your hair follicles. And when your follicles are protected, your hair gets a stronger, more stable place to grow from. But that's only part of the story. Vitamin E also improves circulation, helping blood flow more freely to the scalp. This means more oxygen, more nutrients, and a healthier environment for your roots to thrive. When your scalp is nourished, your hair begins to reflect that care. It feels softer, looks shinier, and becomes less prone to breakage, especially at the ends. Many women say their hair feels revived after consistently adding vitamin E to their routine, like it's finally getting the support it has been missing. You can find vitamin E in natural oils like sunflower, almond, and wheat germ oil. Avocados, spinach, and nuts are also excellent sources. Even just a few servings a week can begin to make a difference. Still, for women over 50, digestion and absorption can become less efficient. In that case, a supplement may be helpful. Look for natural vitamin E, often labeled as D-alpha tocopherol, which is easier for your body to use than synthetic versions. Topical treatments are also popular. Some women gently massage vitamin E oil directly into the scalp or mix a few drops into their conditioner. This not only nourishes the scalp, but also adds moisture to dry, aging strands. Just one word of caution. Too much vitamin E, especially in supplement form, can thin the blood. If you're on medication or have a health condition, always speak to your doctor before starting high doses. But with the right balance, this simple vitamin can do wonders. It's not flashy. It doesn't promise overnight miracles, but it gives your hair the quiet care it needs to shine again, on your terms, at your pace. Because beautiful hair isn't just about how it looks. It's about how it feels, how it moves when you turn your head, how it catches the light when you laugh, and most of all, how it reminds you that beauty is not behind you. It's still unfolding, one healthy strand at a time. Next, let's talk about a vitamin that may surprise you. It's essential for the scalp, but if overused, it can actually cause hair loss. Let's explore the balancing act of vitamin A. Every garden needs moisture to grow, and so does your scalp. Without it, hair becomes dry, brittle, and lifeless. That's where vitamin A plays a powerful yet delicate role. Vitamin A helps your skin glands produce something called sebum, a natural oil that keeps your scalp hydrated and your hair nourished from root to tip. When there's not enough sebum, the scalp can become dry and flaky. Hair may break more easily. It might feel rough, tangled, or dull no matter what products you use. But when your scalp is balanced and well moisturized, your hair responds in kind. It becomes softer. It flows more easily, and it reflects the healthy environment it's growing in. Beyond moisture, vitamin A also supports the growth of new cells, including the cells in your hair follicles. It encourages the body to renew itself gently, which is so important as we age and natural renewal slows down. Now, here's the part many people don't know. Too much vitamin A can actually lead to hair loss. That's right. This is one vitamin where more is definitely not better. In high doses, vitamin A can signal the body to speed up hair's life cycle, causing it to fall out prematurely. That's why balance is everything. So where can you find safe, natural sources of this helpful nutrient? Bright-colored vegetables like carrots, sweet potatoes, and pumpkin are full of beta-carotene, which the body gently converts into vitamin A as needed. This form is especially safe because your body won't convert more than it requires. Dark leafy greens like kale and spinach are also excellent, and they come with bonus nutrients that support overall hair health. You can also find vitamin A in dairy products, liver, and fish oils, but these are more concentrated, so moderation is key. If you're considering a supplement, make sure it includes vitamin A in a balanced, age-appropriate amount, preferably from natural sources or as beta-carotene, not synthetic retinol unless recommended by your doctor. And always pay attention to how your body responds. If your hair begins to shed more after starting a new supplement, it might be time to step back and reassess. Gentleness, not urgency, should guide your choices. It's also helpful to pair vitamin A with other supportive nutrients, like vitamin E and zinc, to help it work more effectively and avoid buildup. Hair, like the rest of you, thrives when it's treated with thoughtful care. At this stage of life, we don't need extremes. We need balance. We need nourishment that flows with our rhythm, not against it. Because your hair isn't just something to fix, it's something to honor. A living part of you that's weathered time and still has beauty left to show. Now, let's continue with another essential nutrient, one that protects, strengthens, and supports your hair's natural structure from the inside out. Let's turn to vitamin C and the invisible strength it offers. Some strengths can't be seen, but they hold everything together. And when it comes to the health of your hair, vitamin C is one of those quiet strengths working behind the scenes. Most of us know vitamin C as the go-to remedy for a cold or a way to boost our immune system. But it's also a powerful ally for your hair, especially if your strands feel weaker, thinner, or more fragile than they used to. Let's start with something foundational. Vitamin C helps your body produce collagen, a protein that acts as the scaffolding for your skin, nails, and yes, your hair. Collagen gives your strands structure. It keeps them strong, flexible, and less likely to snap or split at the ends. As we age, our natural collagen production declines. That's one reason hair can become finer or more brittle over time. But when you restore vitamin C levels, you help your body revive that natural strength from within. Vitamin C also supports the absorption of iron, a mineral your hair absolutely depends on. Without enough iron, hair follicles may not get the oxygen they need, which can lead to shedding or thinning. If you've ever taken iron supplements but didn't see much improvement, the missing piece might have been vitamin C. And there's more. Vitamin C is one of the most powerful antioxidants in nature. It shields your hair from oxidative stress caused by aging, pollution, and even emotional strain. This means fewer weak spots, fewer split ends, and more overall resilience. So where can you find this radiant nutrient? The good news is, it's all around you. Citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, and grapefruits are classic sources. But so are strawberries, bell peppers, broccoli, kiwis, and even Brussels sprouts. Try adding them fresh to your breakfast, blending them into smoothies, or tossing them into your salads. Vitamin C supplements are also widely available. Just be sure to choose one that's gentle on your stomach. Buffered forms or natural blends with bioflavonoids can enhance absorption and reduce irritation. And here's a small but lovely tip. Some women use vitamin C topically by adding it to hair masks or rinses. It can help remove dulling mineral buildup and bring back softness and shine. Just be careful not to overdo it. Too much acid can dry out hair if used too often. The key with vitamin C is consistency. A little bit each day goes a long way. And over time, it helps build a foundation of strength and resilience that radiates outward. You may not notice dramatic change overnight, but give it a few weeks, sometimes even just a month or two. You'll begin to notice your hair feels a little stronger, a little brighter, a little more like you. And as we continue this journey, there's another group of nutrients waiting in the wings. They're not vitamins, but minerals, and they play a crucial role in supporting fuller, thicker, longer-lasting hair. Let's talk about zinc and iron and the quiet power they bring. Sometimes, the smallest things can make the biggest difference. And when it comes to hair health, zinc and iron, two quiet minerals, often hold the key to unlocking growth, thickness, and strength. Let's begin with iron, because it's one of the most overlooked causes of hair loss in older women. Iron helps carry oxygen in your blood, delivering it to every cell, including the ones that fuel your hair follicles. When iron is low, those follicles don't get what they need. They weaken. Hair growth slows, and you may notice more shedding in the shower, on your pillow, or when brushing your hair. Iron deficiency is surprisingly common after age 50, especially after menopause or due to long-term low-iron diets. And sometimes, it shows up even when lab results look normal. That's why it's so important to not just guess, but to get a proper blood test, especially if hair loss is sudden or severe. If iron is low, your doctor may recommend supplements. Just be sure to take them with vitamin C, which helps your body absorb iron more efficiently. Avoid taking iron alongside calcium or dairy, as they can interfere with absorption. Now let's talk about zinc, a quiet but powerful mineral that helps regulate oil glands on your scalp and supports the repair of hair tissue. Zinc keeps inflammation in check and helps your hair follicles stay active and healthy. When zinc is too low, hair can fall out in patches. The scalp might feel more sensitive, and hair regrowth can become much slower. You can find zinc naturally in foods like pumpkin seeds, lentils, chickpeas, oysters, and beef. It's also available in supplement form. Just be careful not to overdo it. Too much zinc can actually block other nutrients and cause imbalances that affect your hair. The key, as always, is gentle support, not excess. Minerals work best when they're in harmony with the rest of your diet and your body's natural rhythm. You might think of zinc and iron as the unsung caretakers of your inner garden. They don't add shine like vitamin E, they don't build protein like biotin, but they nourish the roots. They enrich the soil, and they give your hair the quiet encouragement it needs to grow again. And perhaps what's most empowering, these are things you can take control of. Through mindful eating, through a simple supplement, through asking your doctor the right questions. Because taking care of your hair isn't just about what you see in the mirror. It's about learning how to listen closely to what your body is trying to tell you. And sometimes a small shift can make you feel completely renewed. Now that we've explored the most important individual nutrients, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. What happens when you combine them the right way? Let's explore how to optimize your vitamin routine so each piece works in harmony for the best possible results. It's not just what you take, it's how you take it that makes all the difference. You've now learned about the vitamins and minerals that nourish your hair from within. But the real magic happens when they come together, thoughtfully, gently, in harmony. Think of your hair like a symphony. Each nutrient plays an instrument. Individually, they're powerful. But when timed and tuned just right, they create something beautiful and lasting. Let's start with timing. Some vitamins absorb better with food. For example, vitamins A, D, and E are fat-soluble, which means they need a little healthy fat to be absorbed well. Try taking them with a meal that includes avocado, olive oil, or even a small handful of nuts. Meanwhile, B vitamins and vitamin C are water-soluble and are best taken earlier in the day with a glass of water. These support energy and cell repair, two things your hair follicles work hardest at during the day. When it comes to iron, timing is especially important. Iron should be taken on an empty stomach or with a source of vitamin C, like a small glass of orange juice. But avoid taking it alongside calcium, dairy, or caffeine. They can block absorption without you even realizing it. As for zinc, it pairs well with a balanced meal, but can cause stomach upset if taken alone. Start with a lower dose and increase gradually if needed, or choose a gentle form like zinc picolinate. If you're using supplements, look for a high-quality multivitamin made for women over 50. These are often balanced to meet the unique needs of your stage in life. But be cautious. More isn't always better. Avoid doubling up on ingredients by combining too many separate supplements unless advised by a healthcare provider. Consistency is key. Hair growth takes time, weeks, even months. So rather than chasing quick results, aim to build a calm daily rhythm that supports your whole body. Create a little ritual, a morning tea, a quiet breakfast. Your daily supplements laid out with intention, not pressure. If you prefer food-based nutrition, focus on colorful, balanced meals with healthy proteins, leafy greens, whole grains, and healthy fats. Sometimes the most nourishing medicine is the one that's already on your plate. And don't forget, hydration matters. Water helps your body absorb nutrients, remove toxins, and deliver nourishment to every cell, including those tiny, powerful hair follicles. One last piece of wisdom: be gentle with yourself. If you forget a dose, if you skip a day, that's okay. What matters most is the pattern over time, not perfection. Because restoring your hair isn't about fighting age. It's about flowing with it, supporting your body with love, patience, and a little science along the way. Now, as we near the final part of this journey, let's take a step back and reflect. What does it truly mean to care for your hair and for yourself as you age with grace? Let's bring it all together in our closing thoughts. Your hair tells a story, not just of age, but of resilience. Every strand has weathered seasons of stress, beauty, change, and survival. And though it may not look the same as it once did, that doesn't mean its story is over. Caring for your hair at this stage of life is more than just about appearance. It's an act of self-love, of listening closely, of honoring what your body is quietly asking for. You've learned that certain vitamins, like B, D, E, A, and C, can gently support your hair from within. That minerals like zinc and iron help create the foundation for strength and fullness. And that the way you combine and care for these nutrients matters just as much as the nutrients themselves. But perhaps the most important part of this journey is you. Your patience, your consistency, your choice to support yourself not out of pressure, but out of kindness. Hair may thin. It may change color or texture, but what never fades is your power to nourish it. with love, with care, and with confidence. So take this journey slowly. Enjoy each small improvement. Celebrate every new strand. And remember, your beauty is not behind you. It lives in every step you take toward yourself. Here's to strong roots, to soft shine, and to a woman who chooses to grow inside and out.